Well, eating less is not necessarily the best way to lose weight. Registered dietitian Michelle Jaelin is going to show us why. And I can imagine it's probably because you're missing out on a lot of nutrients.
Yes, and also underfueling at this time of the year. A lot of people are in the gym more, they're working out more. If you don't fuel properly, you're not going to get through your workouts. That's just the way it is.
Okay, so let's start off with breakfast then.
Yes, so we have here a balanced smoothie, and what you want to do is make sure that you balance the fiber, protein, as well as healthy fats. So I have a smoothie here and it's balanced, and I'll show you what's in it. So it has some mango there for the carbs, and for the fiber and healthy fat, we have some ground flaxseed. Now we have the soy milk as the base, and then for the protein, I'm actually using soft tofu, and it actually is a complete protein. It's made from Ontario grown soybeans, and I'm also pairing that with some like oat bars here, because we want to make sure we have enough to fuel our day, especially when we haven't eaten all night long. This will keep you sustained and feeling energized until your lunch, which is the next one here.
Okay, and the lunch has barley, which I've become a huge fan of right now because it's a great way of extending the ingredients in your meal too.
Yes, and so I have a quarter of the plate here, which is barley, and it's actually a locally grown grain in Ontario by our 28,000 Ontario grain farmers. It's high in fiber as well as B vitamins and iron. Now, a quarter of the plate here I have is eggs here for protein, also Ontario eggs, as well 14 nutrients and vitamins to help you reach your health goals. That's a quarter of the plate right here. And then half the plate here is vegetables. So we're making sure we're fuel and it's balancing. I see a lot of people skipping carbs at lunchtime, and this is why they're hungry later on in the day. They are not fueling enough. Whole grains are very good. They keep you full, they keep you energized. That's to get you through the day until your next snack or meal.
Okay, and carbs are so important for brain function.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they go no carb or low carb, they wonder why they can't think. They wonder why their brain just doesn't seem to work properly.
Get that fog.
Absolutely, yes, and we don't want that. We want to keep our brains, we want to be able to think and do stuff in the day. So, bringing us to our snacks here. Now, for a snack, I always want to combine a carb and protein, and I have some examples here. First one here, I have eggs, and eggs actually go from the farm to your store in 4 to 7 days. That is your protein, and I'm pairing that with carb, which is the apple, so you get that lasting energy with those combination there. And then for here, I have some whole grain crackers, our carb, protein, I have some cheese. Again, we want to make sure that we're balancing our snacks so it fuels us, right? So then to our next meal. And there's some nice trail mix here. I've got some nuts as well as dried fruit. It's also a nice way to fuel into your next meal, which is dinner. The point is we want to make sure we have enough energy to get us through the day.
Okay, and what you have for dinner there, it's pasta.
It is salad pasta instead of pasta salad. And what I did was I lined the plate up with some spinach first, and then any leafy green you want, and then I use whole grain pasta, put it on top, and then I put my protein on top. You can add sauce, you can add, if you want to add cheese or something or whatever. This way we're making sure that we are fueling properly. Notice how we're not cutting back on carbs. We are making sure we eat healthy. And of course, you know what? We want to make space for dessert. It is okay to have it.
Absolutely okay to have dessert.
Yes, do not deprive yourself. You want to make sure that you have, you're treating yourself to something because you don't want to feel like you're missing out. Yeah.
Because this is too a very sustainable eating pattern, because just
Correct.
cutting back on food, you could maybe do it for a day or two. And if I cut back on food, you don't want to be near me because I get really hangry.
Yes, no, absolutely. I totally understand that too. And there's more recipes for eggs at getcracking.ca. But again, we want to make sure that we are balancing everything and that we are not depriving ourselves too much. And that can actually help you lose weight in the end.
Okay, and you've got oatmeal here. Is oatmeal another good way of, because I have oatmeal every morning. I can't do a smoothie thing.
That's okay. Oatmeal is fantastic. You can do overnight oats too.
Yeah.
It's a great way to get that. Again, also a whole grain also will help to fuel you. You want to make sure you get those nice complex carbs, that whole grains in the morning, helps you get through the day and helps you feel better.
Okay, and then the tofu, you say, don't be afraid of it because it has no taste.
It has no taste, literally. You put it in the smoothie. You know what? It's a complete protein. It goes in the smoothie. It also doesn't add that chalky texture that you get from protein powder. No taste, no texture. Great way to add complete protein for sure.
Okay, I'm going to look into more tofu.
Yes,
I promise you. That's my promise to you. My promise to you.
Huge tofu fan, yes.
Okay, you got so much great advice on your socials, so we'll get those links up on our website at chch.com. Happy eating with everything and dessert.